Hey up guys, what's going on and welcome back to York City where 2 games have been played and 2 games have been won. And I just looked at the entire season's worth of results before I clicked record on this. It's dawned on me, since we lost the first round of the Carabao Cup to Crew, we've only, strictly speaking, lost 1 game. And that was in the league to Wimbledon. Now, there is a second red dot there. Of course, we lost on penalties to Burton in the group stages of that leasing.com Trophy North Group A. But do we really count that? No, not really, let's be honest. So, strictly speaking, 1 loss since that first game loss of the season. It's been a remarkable season, and sort of a quietly remarkable season, from the fact it's literally just dawned on me now. However, the games in between last episode and now, Leighton Orient 2-0. Genie finally scored, and DK followed up 1 minute later. And speaking of DK decided the following game was just going to be his. Scored twice in the first half, within 5 minutes of one another. 2 goals for him. One of them was an absolute cracker, actually, in a way. FA Cup action now. Port Vale, provided the Bradford City game does not go sort of over time and has an insane amount of highlights, or for whatever reason. By the way, I did double check. Replays aren't a thing anymore. Is this did I miss that memo in real life that they're not going to do replays anymore? Just no round has replays anymore. I've clicked on it. Maybe it's just for this Qatar year. Just to prevent extra games during the Qatar World Cup year because they don't have space for them. I don't know. But as I said last time, our record against Bradford isn't too shabby. So I can already see Wilstone, who were one of the upsetters last time round, have lost in this round already. So goodbye to Wilstone. Round 2 is as far as they're going. Now, good news on the squad front and bad news on the squad front, actually. The good news is Clark is mostly back. 75 minutes of action is what he's labelled as, which means, strictly speaking, I would be essentially contracted to take him off at some point if I started him, so I'm not going to do that because I might need penalty takers. And substitutions might really, really matter in this particular game, which means SHAO NAN, who you may have caught in the last episode, I did play it right back. He didn't even have a yellow star in that position at that point. He's now got 1.5. So he is coming on quite nicely right back. I've decided to train him as a complete wing back on that right hand side because that's what he is on the left. So I figured if he's got the capability on one side, he might as well do it on the other. People are looking a smidge tired, but no one's dipped under 90, so we're all good on that front. Otherwise, it is first team. Worth noting, not sure if any of these have changed. Actually, crossing has gone up because I remember these are all 7s. I think his heading's gone to a 3 to a 4, not that that really matters at all. And actually, he does have a big old green dot there now. That was a sort of orangey one before. He's getting accomplished. So, yes, my plan's working already. I like it. Now, yeah, basically, off we go. Feistamel, Amanquar, Tavares, both of those middle 2 on yellow cards, but at the same time, if we get to the 3rd round, that's a win in itself. So, if we lose both of those to yellow card rules, then damn, but, you know, we've made it to the 3rd round as a League 2 team. SHAO NAN on the right, Dean, Nacelle, DK in the middle. Genie and Gonsalves are going to have to go in the winger roles. I say winger roles, of course, Genie's still inside forward, and Morgan up front. Right-hand side is where the problem is. Almost forgot about that. Lee Tao took an injury. He's back tomorrow, annoyingly. So, York v Bradford. FM20 save versus FM19 save. And a lot on the line. As I said last time, there's not a lot of names I actually recognise from last year's save. And I do suspect that's just turnover. Been a few years in game, of course, as well. So I'm not entirely certain who Bradford start with this year. Ever a time to use the media line in these team talks is in the cups. Now, home advantage, no replays, away we go. There is a match going on in League 2, not that that really matters. Cup scores, please. I mean, they're coming down the top, but Feistamel inwards to Genie. Feistamel again, that's gone in. No one's really there for that. Jones will gather that one. Roberts doesn't, he does get on the end of it, but it ends up at our feet. Tavares plays it very safe. And actually one of those rare times where I'm kind of happy he did so, because we weren't really in a position to capitalise too much from it. Nacelle, though, takes over this one. Genie runs. Oh, lovely bit of space for Genie here. If he can get this one into the box. He's gone past number 2. Morgan doesn't get on with it, though. Diallo, not that one, obviously. Longridge now is on. We've got 2 of them hunting him. And he escapes both of their attentions. And McGee, not quite at an angle to get the better of Smith. Now, there are a few Vanarama teams still in this course. There's a few of them have faced off against each other last round. And a couple of upsets. One of them's already out, as mentioned. I'll keep an eye on the other one. It was Kirsten Ashton, I believe, wasn't it? So I don't know who's left of Vanarama teams who fought each other, but DK Morgan now. Morgan, what's he done there? I mean, it's brilliant. I don't know if it's accidental brilliance. That was what? I'm lost for words. It seems like an incredible assist there. Just the vision on that. Did he mean it? Yes, apparently he did. No, none of their players, not even Gonsalves, read that run, and he was the one making it. Well, we'll take it, obviously, but Woking, they're in the Vanarama, that's for certain. They've gone 1-0 up. Oh, Kirsten are 1-0 down. I've just seen that. I was about to say nothing's happening. I was about to scroll through the scores. Sohail Moors still in the cup as well. Their Vanarama. Genie, not going to get on the end of that, but he will in the long run. Feist Hamel now takes over. Nissel in the middle. Nice working on this far side so far. Probably going to end up over here. Yeah, it is doing. Oh, the vision on me now. SHAO Nan. Ooh, lovely work there. And Morgan's put that one away. I'm sorry. I have to admit, the two games in between that you haven't seen, we've had some absolutely brilliant movement in terms of attacking play, which I'm always sad that you don't get to see all of the games, because particularly the last one, we did end up conceding in the end, but the goals that we scored were brilliantly worked, and that one too, like SHAO Nan just gets round their left back there and nicely put away by Morgan, who actually hasn't really been on the score sheet all too much, considering how well he started this year. 2-0 to the good at half-time. Certainly say, you might be winning, don't let your performance levels drop. And just to back that up, I will be assertively faithing them. I never trust they don't get complacent. Although that being said, no, I'm not going to say it because, there we are. I'm pretty certain Stockport. Actually, I think pretty certain both of Stockport are made ahead of Vanarama, so it looks like there's definitely going to be one in the third round. Now, SHAO Nan's been booked at some point. I didn't pick that one up. Morgan, though, as their number 3 is not having a good game. Let's be honest here. Any chance we get, we're just making a mug of him. However, they're now charging forward, and this could be an opportunity. Well finished, actually. 4 goals for... Well, he's number 6, but he is their striker. So I'm not sure if they just printed his number upside down or not, but it's not the most prolific of seasons for him. If he is a striker. I'm curious about that one, actually. Maybe it's just his preferred number. Now, it's got to be said, Genie's not having his best game. Nistel's not having his best game, actually, and this is not a great time for him to not do that. We do have Bennett available to us. I'm going to persevere for sort of another few minutes. I do hope there's not a second yellow card for SHAO Nan at any point in this bit here. Oh, DK nearly gets another one there. It does hit the crossbar, though, and... Well, it's cleared, and I suspected the highlight was going to end there, but I imagine it will do as soon as this goes out of play. Forward to Genie, though, who has gone past number 2. Neither fullback really having a fun game right now. And a great save, 2 great chances, actually, and 1 highlight. They've been very efficient there. There's a resulting corner, which we all know will not go to anything. So, there we are. So they've got a free kick on 73 minutes. I was contemplating changes on about 75-ish. So, after this highlight, we will definitely consider taking players off. Richie Dean's taken a bit of a knock. He's not sort of got an injury knock, but his fitness level has just gone plummeting. SHAO Nan, though, on this side. Please don't lose the ball and go rash trying to get it back. No, we're fine. Gonsalves. Got a little bit long way around, but SHAO Nan will recover that, and, well, he scored. I'm glad I haven't taken him off, because he's got his first goal for the club. Weirdly, played one game for us, and then was immediately called up to the Chinese first team. He's 18, let's not forget. Like, Chinese first team, not even the under-19s. I haven't even found him in the Chinese under-19s. It threw me off a little bit that he got his first actual normal international cap straight away. But, alright, he's there now. Which strictly means we do have 2 international players in our first team in the forms of Tavares for South Africa and now a Chinese left/right back. I'm curious to know where he's playing there. I feel like he's got better at complete wing back just during this game. I mean, he's scored. We'll leave him on. Smallwood, though. Dean's a little bit knackered. And Genie has improved to a 6.6, but we'll get him off. It feels almost rude to take him off at this point. We will dip back to balance for these last 10 minutes. Just no point running around as aggressive as he has been. Pretty certain that wasn't English. Kirkpatrick. Nissan's going to gather that one, but his ratings recovered as well quite nicely. O'Connor back forward, though. That is a name I do recognise from my Bradford time. DK. SHAO Nan. Tavares. Not going to get on the end of that one again, and Bradford regain that possession. Now they've got J. Clark, which would make things actually confusing if we put ours on. He's missed, thankfully. Curious to know, is it the same first name? No. Tell you what, we'll give him a standing ovation. We'll give SHAO NAN a standing ovation. Off he comes. Well done, lad. I gotta be honest. I adore the guy already. Also, I adore Ted Smith. He was offside, but it's a brilliant save nonetheless. Solihull Moors keep coming back in their game. So a nice efficient 3-1 in the end. First goal for SHAO NAN. And you're welcome, Jordan Roberts, for ending your goal drought, which has gone on for nearly 600 minutes. Why do we always do that? Either first goals of the season or goal droughts. We're happy to end them all. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with everything, really, pretty much. So I will bring you the draw whenever that pops in. 60k, fine. Genie could do with the rest. I mean, all right. I will pray. He got the assist for the other one, of course. Let's not forget. Meanwhile, Bristol Rovers just demolishing Scunthorpe in the league. I said that game didn't matter. They proved me wrong. I've just seen this at the bottom. I've just seen Callum Lascelles' average rating in the league is 7.74. Madness ratings, really. After nearly selling him as well. Don't think there's any massive upsets in the second day of games. Stevenage in our division, MK Dons are in the division above. I don't really count League 1 to League 2 as much of an upset as a Vanarama team to a league team. I think the gap between League 1 and League 2 isn't as much as the gap between most Vanarama teams and League 2 and what have you. So, yeah, no massive upsets anyway. There's a couple of League 1 losing out to League 2s and that's about it, really. Oops, sorry, I just clicked through the start of this draw, not expecting anything to talk, because I've never been drawn first. Let's be real, half the time we're drawn last, aren't we? It's not. I know it's not just me, but I'm pretty certain there's something in the game that forces you to be drawn last about half the time. But we've been drawn first to West Ham, which I would prefer if we were actually at West Ham, because money. But, okay, Premier League team. I don't think we've had one yet. That's a big draw. Well, click draw all teams now and see where everyone else goes, since we've already been picked up straight away. Any big ones? Everton, Man United. I mean, you got the wrong halves of those ones, but okay. Nearly a derby. Trying to see any other massive disparities. I mean, Sunderland's League 1 to Brighton. Oh, Mansfield got Chelsea. Huge, huge draw for Mansfield there. I'm pretty certain all the Vanarama teams are drawn championship teams. In a very weird coincidence. Yeah, there's only 3 left. Now, something weird has happened. Thor's just come to me for a chat, and I've accidentally clicked on something. I presume I just promised to let him go on loan. And 3 people have immediately gone, we'll have him for 2 months. And considering he's not first choice, and we do have a few midfielders, we've got Suarez and we've got Cavalier as well, if necessary. I'm very tempted just to let them. I mean, it's 2 months. Considering they're paying his entire wage as well, which is on the high side for a player that isn't playing. So with Genie being out, needing a rest, he does have international commitments. I did forget him on an international list I mentioned earlier. So we do technically have 3 internationals in our first team, pretty speaking. So Bennett's going to go in the left because he still exists, basically. Lee Tao, returning to fitness. Great. So that's the only change. See no reason to change anything up. Clark is still not 100% fit for 100% of a match. So annoying, but still. And let's be honest, his position is in a little bit of danger. Admittedly, he's one of our better players for the course of the season. 7.25 for the season is Clark. SHAO NAN's on a 7.65. And just look at the last 5 here. 8.3, 8.0, 6.8, 7.3, 8.5. Sensational in the games he's played for us. I don't know what I've unearthed, but thank you. Pick up where you left off. And as always, gotta have faith. I mean, seriously, is there literally anything? Does anyone not click faith, by the way? Just want to do a quick survey here. When you're doing team talk, does anyone just not bother clicking faith? Because, in my opinion, there seems to be no reason not to. It always seems to get something. And, well, Gonçalves has returned the favour of doing the surprise assist technique there, putting it through for Morgan, who didn't realise it straight away and then went, oh no, better run on to that. Dean, well, it was a corner. It was a corner from an existing highlight. Why was I even thinking anything was going to happen? They've gone down the other end while I wasn't actually looking at the screen. Well, that could have been nearer. A few players obviously not, super conditioning-wise, but we'll make do. Manquar through to Dean. Well, what a pointless start to a highlight that was. Just start it here next time, guys. Just start the highlight there now. The ball's gone forward. Gonçalves. We didn't need the first 20 seconds of the highlight. Not at all. Woof. Sorry. Where did DK come from there? Got tackled. Then DK just came out of absolutely bloody nowhere. Bennett scored just to prove me wrong. Can we see that highlight from where DK took over that ball, please? I doubt we will. No, we won't. But What? Hang on, what was that save, by the way? That was a bizarre save. I don't think it technically was. I think it came off the defender in the end. And Bennett's just there to put it in, really, more than anything. But I'm still getting over. I'm still getting over DK's just desire to get onto that ball. I like him. Gonzalez, though, he has messed it up, and Bennett scored twice. Fine, whatever. I mean, he wants to leave, and he's scoring. So at the very least, he might get interest now that he's putting in a performance for the first time since essentially last September. Remember when he was actually very briefly brilliant for about 3 or 4 games at the start of last season, and then did literally nothing for the rest of the year? Yeah, me too. Speaking of doing literally nothing for the rest of something, that half just gone. I believe that just says SHAO had a 100% tackle rate at 18 years old. That's impressive. I've stressed him out though. I said don't get complacent again. We are 2-0 up away from home, so I will drop the attacking in the second half to just positive. Then after a while, I'll drop it down to balance as well. If we're still at this score line, if they score though, I'll keep it on. And, well, they have. Ah, yes, his first goal of the season. He's a defender though, and somewhat responsible for our second goal. So he's amended, at the very least. I'm not putting him in the first goal of the season jinx list just because he is a defender. And I'm aware he's a defender. But can't help but still be annoyed by that whenever it happens. Feistamel though, Dean, through to DK. Now DK's moved it onwards. Nice bit of movement here. Gonsalves. Okay, he just sort of ran into the defenders. And if they somehow land up on this ball, I'm going to be very annoyed. No, Shaonan has successfully fended off their assault there. Smith. To be honest, the way those two dots were jostling, it looked like it was actual assault. Gonsalves. And if he gets a through ball here, which I'm sort of suspecting is about to... Nope, he's going to get dispossessed again. Oh, well, my senses aren't quite as good in this particular game as they were last time. Nistel's cut that one out wonderfully, actually. Feistamel, Bennett. If he assists now on top... No, okay, DK. Because if he gets an assist on top of 2 goals, that would be... Well, Gonsalves has gone, well, he's had 2, I'm having 1, thank you very much. It was a very long highlight before something actually happened there. Whoop! I'm sorry, he's done a swivel. Bennett? What? We all saw that, didn't we? He's done a swivel. Morgan, I think I just saw... Was Morgan on a 6.4 there? Sorry. Amanquar, who's that up to Morgan? We've got 6 points clear as things standing in this league. Oh, he's made a mistake. And, well, Morgan's been a bit hasty on that one. Yeah, he's on a 6.4. Now, Lopez had a bit of injury recently, and he's not really been in the team in general, actually. So, here's a chance for you, sir. I've got to be honest, I don't really feel the need to change anyone else. We'll give Clark some game time, though. You know what, he's actually not too shabby a complete win-back. Now, I'm not going to lie, I do like complete win-backs in general. I play with them on my Southampton one, of course. They're a Premier League team, and they have players a little bit more technically capable of that. At this level, you don't really get it that much. But that's good enough for my liking. And nothing else is happening. These take on a booking, on comes Smallwood. That's literally my only reason for making a change right now. These 4 here, though, brilliant work from them lot. Second half just vanishes the same way the first one did. Good win. And we are on a roll, by the way, guys. Yeah, 6 points clear. Everyone's on the same amount of games, so it's not like anyone's got a game in hand. Looks like teams slipped up, potentially. But if they did, they didn't do it today. It was Coventry who were in second last time I saw it, so... Oh, shout out to Gonsalves getting that. Despite the fact that Bennett scored twice. So yeah, 7 in a row in the league, and even more when you factor in other competitions. So it's 10 in a row in total. And what a way to bounce back from losing in the league to Wimbledon. At home as well. Now, we're not going to deal with this one on an episode. I said I'm going to treat the EFL trophy seriously, but Scunthorpe are in the same division as, and they're not doing particularly well, I don't think, either. So, 18th, no. So, I don't really feel super needing to bring that one to you, and of course, it's literally the game after this one, so I would like to put some games in between. And, well, it's sat right here, really, isn't it? West Ham. It's happening on the 31st of December. I can only assume that's to do with the Qatar World Cup, which is going on right now, by the way, so I might just bring you a quick summary of how that's gone on. But of course, we don't stop for the World Cup in this division. Oh, by the way, Kento Inami's gone to the World Cup for Japan. He's their goalkeeper. Time of the life he's having over there now. I feel like we can make that possibly a showcase episode, because I suspect this one's gone on a little bit too long as well. Last episode was a bit long too. We might do a bit of a shorter one tomorrow just to balance things out a little bit by just showing you West Ham and bringing you the best bits of that World Cup. And then, of course, it's January after that. Who knows what will happen then? I suspect not a lot in League 2, let's be real. But if anything does, I'll be sure to bring you it as and when that happens. But of course, third round of the FA Cup, West Ham next. I'll see you again for that one. Ta-ra.